Strength in the Shadows, the podcast where we fearlessly navigate the art of building discipline, cultivating grit, mastering resilience, and unlocking true potential. Surpass your limits and join us on this journey of transformation as we unapologetically explore the intersection of fitness, mindset, and unwavering accountability. Welcome, my friend. Let's go. Stepping outside of the societal box. Obviously, when you dare to be different, go against the grain, you're willing to have a difficult conversation or make a tough choice, mix things up, relentlessly attack that goal or dream, right? You're going after it. You're trying to make it happen. You're getting a change of scenery. You're taking that new job. You're exiting that relationship and jumping into another one, whatever it may be. There will always be people, right, who want to pull you back in, to bring you back into the safe zone, to what's comfortable, to what's known. Because damn, for whatever reason, your existence, your willingness to take risks and just do something different, keyword different, for whatever reason, triggers this group of people. They'll always be there. This is how humans can be, right? Not everybody, but of course, there are people that are struggling. They're miserable. They're resentful. They have regrets. They live with spite. They're envious. They're jealous. I mean, you name it. There are so many people who are sick and they hate their lives, and misery enjoys company. So they want to pull you back in or they want to bring you down. That's how it goes. And so in today's episode, with taking that unconventional path or route, or once again, having the balls to chase the dream or fulfill that vision, I just want you to know, whether you're about to embark on this journey or maybe you've been doing it for weeks, months, or years now, I just want you to know you're not alone. I'm with you. And I know other like-minded individuals as well that are just not willing to accept mediocrity, that don't want to play it safe, that are willing to work hard, trust the process, and realize that, hey, we get one shot at life, so let's go all in. So I'll provide some generalizations or some examples here to hopefully get you thinking. Some of these things I'll mention will probably strike a chord within you. You'll be able to relate to it because it is your situation. But like I said, when you talk about taking unconventional routes or making tough choices or decisions, what comes to mind? It could be quitting your job, starting your own business, right? Your own company or brand, jumping into a new career field, right? It could mean acquiring a new skill or trade. You're really interested in building cars, right? You want to be a mechanic or you want to become a DJ. You love music. You want to learn to play a musical instrument like the guitar. You're really into woodworking, whatever it may be, right? You're doing something different. You're going for it. It requires work. It requires trust in the process and commitment and discipline, right? Accountability. Taking an unconventional route could mean, I don't know, traveling, getting out of the country, experiencing different cultures, right? People, languages, landscapes, foods. It could mean moving. Going to a different part of the country or your home state. Doesn't matter. You doing something different and willing to take risks. Man, for whatever reason, it just infuriates people. It's sad. It sucks. But like I said, this is reality. And so I'm going to provide some personal examples here simply because I want to reinstall or further instill confidence in you to know that, hey, this guy's talking about it, but he's actually about it. He's living this too. He took an unconventional route. He's going against the grain. And man, despite me thinking that maybe his life could be perfect or everything's going his way, well, actually, no. He's faced some adversity or, people from the peanut gallery, the Gestapo chirping in here and trying to bring him back to reality or bring him back to the safety net. But no, he didn't accept it. Hey, if he's making it happen, I can too with my situation. And you can. You absolutely can. If I can do it, you can do it too. We're all different. We all have different experiences and backgrounds and support systems and types of relationships and obstacles and levels of trauma. You name it. We're all different, and that's what makes the world so beautiful and wonderful. But like I said, hopefully you can take some tidbits from my stories here and apply them as you see fit with your specific situation. So boom, 5 years back. One of the things that immediately comes to mind with me is getting into van life, right? Hashtag van life, literally where I'm at right now, doing this podcast, boom. When I first got my first rig, right, my first van, as there were people that were supportive of it, whether they liked van life or not, they saw how much happiness it brought me and how much joy I experienced, that they wanted me to do it. They were supportive. But man, there was a majority of people that told me I was making a massive mistake. What a waste of money. How weird. Hey, if you're going to get into van life or RV life, just wait until you're older, right? Wait till you're in your 50s or 60s, wait till you retire. Don't waste your money. That's just weird. Man, because they didn't agree with it. Despite the fact that I wasn't going into debt, despite the fact that I was going about it appropriately and being smart and being tactful, right? With all these decisions we're talking about here in today's episode, you don't need to be reckless. You don't need to be irresponsible. It's all about timing. But at the end of the day, carpe diem, right? Seize the moment. If it makes sense to you, if you can pull it off, if you're not going to put yourself in incredible debt, if it further instills happiness and purpose and fulfillment and joy and just experiencing and feeling life, it's fueling your soul, dude, go for it. Life is too short. And dude, I jumped into van life and it worked out. I trusted my gut. Despite these people telling me to just get a Prius and save the van life dream for later, no. I didn't want the horsepower of a Prius. I wanted a free candy van, right? A conversion van that I could travel in, I could live in. If everything went south in my life, man, I at least had a home on wheels. That gave me security, that gave me comfort. And these people trying to inflict their vision upon me on how I should be living my life, they couldn't even step back as a third-party professional without any emotion and actually go, wow. Although I would never live in a van or travel in a van, to be honest with you, it's actually a pretty good gig. I mean, in regards to gratitude and having a perspective of like, wow, with this van right here even, I have a roof over my head. I have electricity. I have lights, running water. I can cook in here. I have a great bed to sleep in. I can do my work. I can get from point A to B because once again, it's a home on wheels. Do you know how many people who are in less fortunate situations or scenarios, people who are truly struggling, people that don't have food or running water or can't take a shower right here in the back? Man, they would die to have conditions like this in this douchey, bougie influencer van that I have. People would die to live this life. I'm super lucky. I'm super fortunate. I worked hard for this. I made the right moves, but damn. I am still extremely fortunate and in my mind lucky to be able to live the life that I live. And so I'm going all in with it. But these people, they can't see that. They can't even step back and analyze it and go, hey, actually, there's a lot to be grateful for with that van. I would never do it, but hey, kudos to him. He's got to do him. Nope. They want to come in with negativity, with poison, and try to pull me back or to pull you back and say, hey, because I wouldn't do that, you shouldn't do it either. Screw those people. In addition, man, following van life, another life-altering event, right? Something that I had to make a decision or choice on. A lot of you guys will be able to relate to this, especially those fellow veterans or active duty military. Man, leaving your job, mixing it up and going to a completely different field. The unknown, right? Man, there's a lot of us, especially getting out of the military, where people tell us to just do 20. Hey, Joe, just do 20 years. Stay in for the 20, get that pension, get those benefits. Hey, it's for the best. Don't make a massive mistake right now. And I got told that, literally. I got told by people in the military and even family members or acquaintances that I was, quote, making the biggest mistake of my life, end quote. They told me that. But I told them it was time to mix it up. I wanted a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment and another way to serve others. As a full-time personal trainer, starting my own brand, building a home gym, going all in with the van, with my travels, all of that, right? It didn't matter. Don't try to explain things to people who have a life that you don't even want. Seriously, ask yourself, why would you listen to advice or take insight from someone who has a life you don't even want? They're irrelevant. They don't even matter. And a lot of these people, at least with the military, right? They never even served. Do you know how many people told me to do 20 years when they had never even worn the uniform or stepped into the military for one single day? They had never deployed. I'd gone on a couple deployments. I'd given my all to this country, to my sailors, to my Marines. At one point, it just wasn't fair to the taxpayers any longer to be wearing the uniform, to be collecting a paycheck. I wasn't all in any longer. And for that, it was not fair to the taxpayers paying hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars. Just was not fair. I needed to mix it up. I fulfilled my commitment, my service obligation, honorably, boom, gave my all, but time to change scenes here and go all in with my own company, my own brand, and serving others as a personal trainer. But nope, massive mistake, was judged, was ridiculed, people trying to bring me back in, and damn, even when I got out and started seeing some good success, getting sponsorships, partnerships, right? Closing deals, working with amazing people, making connections, transforming people's lives via health and fitness, whether it was in person right there in the gym or via online training. Man, it didn't matter what type of success we had because these people wanted me to go down a certain route. I was at least getting told, hey, you need to go to corporate. You need to be in that 9 to 5. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with corporate or 9 to 5, but you need to do what's best for you in your situation, right? To support your family, what's going to make you happy, or at least pay the bills, whatever that may be. And everyone's situation is a little bit different there. But at the time of getting out of the military, going corporate was not my avenue. It wasn't what was best for me. But I got told, and, at least they try to embarrass me or bring me down to the fact that, hey, you have all this experience or you went to this academic institution. What a waste of talent. What a waste of years and sacrifice to go and do something like personal training. Hey, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Nobody cares, right? I followed my gut. I did what was best for me. And man, I am so glad I did that and didn't give that power or that emotional control over myself to somebody else. Man, you have to live your truth, man. Go for it. Whatever feels right to you, make an educated, tactful decision, and boom, stick with it and work hard. Dude, this is even crazy too. Even with my travels, right? You've seen me go to Bali, Brazil, backpacked Europe a couple times, fighting demons in Central America, you name it. Because of my work and being able to work remotely and be flexible, as the Marines say, semper gumby, right? Super fortunate. Super lucky to be able to pull it off. Travel in the van to national parks. Dabble in Canada, right? Go up to Banff. Dude, very, very lucky. And I can pull this off and I can do it. Well, there are so many people that have told me that travel was a waste of time. Why would you do that? You shouldn't be traveling, or hearing from the grapevine, he shouldn't be traveling. He should be doing X, Y, or Z instead. That's dumb. Once again, simply because they're not willing to. Right? They don't want to travel. That doesn't mean anything to them. Or maybe they're scared to leave the United States. Or they've only done it once or twice and they got their fix and that was enough for them. But because they want to inflict that upon me, now I need to stop traveling. I love Brazil. I love my time in Bali. I grew. I learned so much. I made relationships. I found success. I got out of my comfort zone. Dude, this is what fuels my soul. I need this. Doesn't mean you need this. Doesn't mean because I'm doing this that, this now diminishes you and your life and your choices. Not at all. We're all different. We all have different routes. But man, I couldn't believe, especially in my late 20s, how much grief I got and how many people had a problem with traveling and seeing other people do that. It sucks. You once again thought you had unconditional love and support from people in your circle. And sadly enough, man, like I said, it's a sad reality. People are so fucking miserable that they just want you to be miserable too. Now, inside my inner circle, I'll give you 2 quick examples of people who, receive some serious backlash with their ventures. It's absolutely insane. But like I said, we can all relate to this on some level, especially those of us who are stepping outside of the box and doing something different and taking a chance, right? Man, good buddy of mine on the East Coast ended up leaving his work, leaving his job, went to go start a gym, is absolutely killing it, is absolutely crushing it. But dude, people around him, especially at that job that he left, they took it personal. They thought it was absolutely insanity for him to mix it up with a different career field, to take that risk, to go all in with it. They try to make him feel bad about it. They try to pull him back in. Gave him a ton of bad energy and bad vibes as he was exiting. He's a professional. He's a good dude. Didn't cause any fireworks. Just let the work do the talking. And sure enough, now on the East Coast, he is killing it. He is crushing it. And he's looking to expand this franchise here and continue to put together essentially additional gyms. Got the first one up and running. It's doing well. Boom. Add to the list. And all those haters, all those doubters, all those people, for whatever reason, called him crazy or, try to intimidate him to come back into the box. All of those mofos are quiet as church mice. They haven't said anything. And I love that, right? Just outwork all these motherfuckers to where your success and what you're doing and the confidence you're displaying and the moves you're making, it just silences these people. That's it. They can't say anything. And it's a beautiful thing. Eat crow, mofo. Another example, man, good buddy of mine. Getting out of the military, he wanted to be a DJ. He wanted to pursue it full time. He wanted to make a career, a living out of this. Same thing, man. It's a common trend. As he got out of the military, making this move, even when COVID came around, right, the pandemic, it was a lot tougher to make it happen, to grow, to get gigs, to invest in your music career or your tour dates, right? It was a weird time. This guy did not quit. He did not give up. He knew what he wanted. And getting out of the military, when he told people that he was going to be a DJ or go all in with it, as there were people who were supportive and wanted him to win and see it through, man, he'll tell you, there were so many people, as soon as he said DJ, they scoffed at the idea. They laughed. Man, even now to this day, watch him from the shadows. They are praying that he will fail, that it will not work, that he'll go under. But this guy, when I met him, when I first connected with him, he was a skilled DJ because he's been working, he's been doubling down, making great connections, right? Shaking hands, kissing babies. This motherfucker's winning. He is going to be on the international stage here, as he already is, but he will be a recognizable face, a recognizable DJ that everyone will know at every single goddamn music festival because he's doing the reps and sets, he's putting in the work, and he is overcoming the odds. And all the church mice and everyone in the Gestapo who's looking in, they're trembling. They don't like it. They're not happy with what they see, and they'll never admit it. And that's the craziest thing. Some of the people who are our biggest fans, right? Some of the people who are watching every single one of our moves, oftentimes, they are the haters. They are the doubters. They cannot stop watching. They cannot stop wishing for everything to go up in flames. So you know what? Double down. Work harder. Give them a show. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Whatever you're going through, keep going. Whatever odds or obstacles you need to overcome, I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you can do it. You'll see it through. You'll be better for it. Remember, when things get hard, when things get difficult, always remind yourself, right? This is what hard feels like. This is why so many people, when they experience these emotions, they'll quit, they'll stop. They'll go back to the safe route. They'll give up on their hopes and dreams. And as a result, regret it. Right down the road, however long we have on this planet. If you quit, if you think it is a viable chance or possibility that you'll regret it and be angry or sad, don't stop. Don't give up yet. Just one more day. Just keep going. Because you don't want to turn into one of these sick, miserable lowlives that plague this world, right? And are simply not happy with their circumstances in the life they chose to live, and therefore they want you to live the life they want you to live. give them the middle finger, smile, right? Say cheese, and go start that business. Go start that podcast. You want to start a YouTube channel? You want to go ask that girl out on a date? You want to make the next, fashion brand or clothing line? Do it. Why not? Whether you win or lose, it's all a learning opportunity. It's all a privilege or an opportunity to grow and get better and become better. And therefore, with other people who need guidance or other people who are struggling, you can step in, you can be a positive influence, you can uplift others. And at the end of the day, if you can pull it off, right? If you can live the life you want and leave this earth without any regrets, man, it's a beautiful thing. Keep going, one day at a time. Let's continue. I'm with you. Don't give up. As we come to a close, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you for joining us on this transformative journey. If you found value in our discussions and stories, I would greatly appreciate if you could take a moment to leave a review for my podcast. Your reviews not only fuel my passion for creating meaningful content, but also allow others to discover this empowering space. Your support truly makes a difference. All links are in the description. Thank you for being an essential part of this dynamic community. Goodbye for now, and remember, keep going.